All right. Let's see. Let's see if I'm on. It is super windy here, and um, it says I'm on. Okay. All right. Well, hello, everyone. Hopefully, everybody is having a fabulous Wednesday. And like I was saying, it's super windy here, and sometimes when it's windy, the internet is not my friend. But hello, Lola. I'm so happy you're here. Thanks so much. Um, so yeah, it's windy, and I set things up, and then they all went away. So I set them up again. So let's cross our fingers, right? Um, if you have just stumbled across this video, then hello and welcome. My name is Jennifer Olea. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Yuma, Arizona, and I love all things paper crafting fun. I'm pretty sure it started when I was in elementary school um, with construction paper and crayons and then markers. I was so happy when I could get markers. That was a good day. I mean, I don't remember the day, but oh, the like markers that had that scent. That was probably really healthy for you. Or like your blue smelled like blue raspberry. Yeah, I'm that old. Okay, so um, yeah. All right, the table's already bigger, so here we go. This is how you can find me on all the socials. Today's project is all about the fall and the leaves. And the card that I am going to show you today, I was inspired by, her name is Michelle Litwiller, and she did a card kind of like this. So um, thanks for that inspiration. I love in this community that we can just kind of look at something that somebody else created and be like, I want to do that. So we're going to be using the Simply Leaves bundle. Okay. And it's got some great leaves and some great sentiments. So I love a sentiment that has multiple fonts. And oh, let's see. Yolanda said, "Good morning. Ready for another great card." Oh, thank you so much, Yolanda. And this bundle is actually not dies, it's a punch. It's a leaf punch. I'm trying to get it so the glare is not shining at everybody in the eyeballs. But I don't think I've used a punch on camera in a while. So I was like, yeah, it's time. Um, and yeah, so here are the leaves, and then this is how I'm starting to keep track of my stamps. Somebody else did this. I've seen it from a handful of demonstrators, where you take a Sharpie and the hard piece of plastic, you're just going to do an outline of your stamp. So that way you kind of know where they're going to go. Because sometimes you take a couple stamps off and you have no idea how they go back on this plastic sheet. But and do it on the hard part. I have done it on the thinner plastic, and that gets kind of lost too. But so anyway, that just helps me. Hopefully, it's a little tip you could use to keep track of your stamps. Okay, so here is the card that we're going to be making today. And oops, there we go. Okay, so here's the card. Lots of white space, which is okay sometimes. And then the inside, let's see. Hello, Gail. Thank you for being here. You say, I have you on my big screen with no audio, but I can see and hear you on my device. I don't know what to say to that. And you just came through twice with the same comment. So I don't know. It could be the spotty internet. Like I was saying in the beginning, it's pretty windy here. So I do my best with the internet, right? Um, Gail said, it helps if I turn the speaker on. Well, yeah. Usually it's just a click of a button or a dial, or I'm assuming no speaker's a dial anymore or no volume's a dial anymore. But yeah, we're all here. We'll figure it out, right? Let's see. Yolanda said sound is good on Facebook. Okay, thank you so much for letting me know. I appreciate it. Um, okay, so here's the card we're going to be making, and the inside, I need just a cute little thank you card. So if you guys know, I on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm a teacher's aide, and I am with a new teacher, so not the same teacher I was with last year. And she brought me Starbucks last Thursday, and she said she's going to bring me Starbucks this Thursday because the parents on the first day of school gave her a lot of Starbucks cards. And so she was like, I'll share them with you. I'm like, okay, great. And so I'm like, okay, I need to give her a card or something because she's using a lot of her Starbucks gift cards on me. So yeah, I need a thank you. Okay, so with all that to be said, this is why I'm making this card. So we have a pool party, and let's see, Lois said great fall colors. I know. Who would have thought like pool party? And Misty Moonlight. I remember a Misty Moonlight was like with a paper pumpkin. It was Cajun Craze, Misty Moonlight, and I forget what yellow. But I loved that paper pumpkin. The blues in with the fall colors. Sign me up for it. Okay, so pool party, traditional card base, right? 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. Fold this guy in half. If I can find my bone folder. So there's this. And then we have Blackberry Bliss. In my head, I keep wanting to call it Rich Raspberry, which was a Stampin' Up! Color that no longer exists. And it's not Rich Raspberry. It is Blackberry Bliss. So, and that is 4 by 5.25. Okay, so those are layers. We are going to run this guy through the machine with this amazing new embossing folder. So it's a big giant ring, like if you cut a tree down and it has the rings in it. I haven't counted the rings to see how old this tree is. But so we're going to do that just to get a little bit of texture on that guy. So let me do that. I chose not to move the machine, but that means I'm at an awkward angle trying to run it through. So here we go. We have this layer, and look at, you could have done it anyway. I just chose to do it kind of off the center. So we have this guy. Let's go ahead and attach this. This has a pretty good texture to it. Sometimes when it's a lot of texture, I'll use Terra tape to add the cardstock. I'm just going to wing it today and use the seal. But I am adding a really good amount, like all four sides and down the middle, just to hold this guy in place. And squish it down nice and good, like so. Oh, my camera, it looks black. It's not, I promise you, it's Blackberry Bliss. Okay, now I have 2 pieces of basic white that are 3.5 by 4 3/4. And this is going to be my layer. So we're going to stamp some leaves on here, and then somewhere, I thought I had a piece of paper, scrap paper, to do a leaf that I'm going to punch out. I think that'll work. Good thing I have a box of scraps right in front of me. Okay, so let's get stamping. So this stamp set has 3 leaves that are all the same size that have like different texture to them. And so I'm going to ink it up by tapping. And this is a pretty flat surface. There's a lot of flat surface on this stamp, right? So I want my foam mat, okay? Because it's going to help get it even. An even, I don't know what I'm trying to say, distribution of color of ink. That's what I'm trying to say. Hopefully you guys are following along. Okay, so there's one. Let's see. And then we're going to take Cajun Craze. Cajun Craze, probably my all-time favorite fall color. I think we talked about this last week. And I'm going to take another leaf with a different design. This one's kind of polka dotty. Ink this guy up and put it up here. And like that. And it's so weird because when there's a big flat surface, you can see the ink spread. Like so. Ooh, that Cajun Craze is dark. Maybe I should have stamped off. Well, we're going with it now. Okay, so we have that guy. Now I'm going to stamp on a piece of scrap paper and punch out the leaf with the pool party, which I have. Yeah, here. Like so. There's that guy. And we're going to trim this down a little bit. These scissors, so that I can fit it in the punch. It's like I've never punched a stamped image before. I was like, which way am I supposed to hold the punch, or which way am I supposed to hold the paper? All right, here we go. And like in class, I usually give you guys a little bit bigger piece of paper, so I'm not you guys aren't holding it by just the very end, right? And if it is small, then you just get a sticky note to help you. Okay, so this guy's going to go about here with dimensionals. Big dimensionals, or I have strips. Using up every last piece, right? Might be overkill. With the dimensionals, do you guys use a lot of dimensionals when you're crafting, or are you guys like 4/4, that's it? Or like, would you just put one on here? You could just put one on there, could you? You'd have to do at least 2, right? I think so. But it's probably a personal, everybody's a little different, right? Let's see, like I said, I'm on my phone. It's so weird. Like comments are coming at me that have already been posted. The internet, it's a strange world. Okay, let's see. Lola says, I use lots and cut them for the tiny spaces. Yes, tiny spaces. Okay, so with the sentiments that are in this stamp set, there's the word thanks. And I was thinking about putting it here and popping it up, but then I decided, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stamp it right next to the leaf on our stamped image, or on our, where I've done most of the stamping. Right? I kind of like that look better. So I can kind of get rid of this. So this guy is going to go on top, like so. And then we're going to do the inside. The inside I did, and I have bling. You guys don't let me forget the bling. Let's see. Yolanda said, very nice set with punch. It is, isn't it? And you know what? I've seen somebody, I think it was Michelle Litwiller also. She took this guy, I don't know, the one with the dots, and she made a sunflower. So these are big leaves, right? And so if you just put them around in a circle, she made a sunflower. How awesome is that? Okay, doing the inside. So for the inside, we're going to stamp the greeting, which says, I'm grateful for your kindness, right? Which is just perfect for somebody like I'm just thankful she's bringing me Starbucks on Thursday. I told her, oh my goodness, if this is a Thursday habit, I'm going to have to start working out a little bit harder. Okay. And then there's this adorable little like buffalo check leaf. You guys see the buffalo check? But we're going to stamp that whole party. So tap, tap, tap. And there. And maybe like that. And you guys know I don't like to write a whole lot, so I'm going to fill the space up with some leaves floating around. There we go. Okay, so there is that. Let's see. They are doing fish. Fish. I'm not understanding, Yolanda. They are doing fish, like somebody's making a fish out of this. I can see that. Put a little eyeball right there. Do a little mouth. Looks like a good fish. Oh, that reminds me. I have some work for school. I need to punch out. They want me to cut out eyeballs, like white circles, the black circles to do eyeballs. And I was like, I'm not cutting these out. I have punches at home I could do that with. So I brought some kindergarten homework home with me. Besides the fact the circles are going to be much cleaner since I'm going to punch them out versus using scissors to cut circles, right? All right. So this is I want to do the envelope. At our last team meeting, we were talking about envelopes and decorating envelopes, and I confess that I've been kind of bad about that lately. So I used to always stamp my envelopes, decorate my envelopes with designer series paper. And so I was like, if I bring the envelopes while I'm stamping, that should help, right? I think so. Okay, there's one and one more. And two. I should have had the foam mat with this, but we'll just go with it. Cool. Okay, so that is our card for today. And I will have some fun fold card today. Haven't created it yet. Haven't filmed the video yet, but it's coming. Oh, bling. Good thing I looked down off the quarter. Oh, I was going to show you guys the difference. So my sample card, I did Golden Glow, and I don't know. I'm just having a hard time with the new stamp pads, I'll be honest. And so I went to Cajun Craze. So that's why they look different. But we're going to add some bling. And I think we're going to do this. Just kind of stay with the fall theme here. Use this. There we go. Let's see. All right. So those are our two different cards. One with Golden Glow, one with Cajun Craze. Hopefully you like it. Don't be afraid to use the blues in the fall cards, right? I think that's the moral of the story. But all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Love chatting with you guys. And like I said, I will be here in your email box later with a fun fold. I'll be here next Wednesday with a live and a fun fold, and we'll just keep this paper crafting fun going. So if you guys need me, you know where to find me today. I'll be in here. All right. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys all soon. Talk to you guys later. Bye.